take the stage this time around.
Opening serve by Adamson. Good pickup. Pasino picked up by Domingo. Tip gets Adamson the first point. So we can,
getting that point, changing the momentum a little bit on the side of Adamson.
first point from the wing.
Towering over the blockers of Adamson.
That's why it's important, for Adamson to make sure that they have, they guard the floor very well. But service from the Blue Eagles. Menor, cross court. Senior once again, good pickup. Oh, straight into the net. Point goes to Ateneo.
Heavily relying on the opposite spiker. They have been successful so far, but I think this is the danger. You get so predictable for the blockers. I think, just with standing, the win-loss record from the previous season, numbers per se, you'd think that really Ateneo would have that advantage. Of the pressure of playing catch-up, they need to make sure that they don't let Ateneo get a big lead.
We've seen Adamson in the last game. Good pass. Salarzon denied by Cogimbal.
Last season.
Combination play blocked once again by Cogimbal. And catches the line. Really needs.
If you can stop it right there at the net, all the better.
Right.
You make things easier for your defense. And now they get their fourth straight point so far.
That's a 4-0 run for the Soaring Falcons, and scores an ace with the help of the net.
Not a very, very big lead yet.
Pasino. Menor denied at the net. Well, Adamson so far has been doing a good job in maintaining that lead. Good pass. Salarzon gets the set.
So we have Dokusin with 4 points.
Combination play. Dokusin gets hand off the blocker for Adamson. While Adamson has pretty much been steady on that error department, committing 2 infractions. Good set from Domingo, but denied at the net. Quite predictable already that they would be going to Dokusin.
They had 2 back-to-back block points, allowed them to take the lead. This time around with Ateneo, very timely block as well. As they play catch-up, was the decoy. And they got that point.
Drop shot, saved. Good coverage by Costello. Domingo. Once again for Pasino, bounces off the head of Menor. Dokusin. Well, that was a good save. Free ball, what do they do with it? Dokusin off the block and bounces off the hands of the blocker.
Sure, his foot will go beyond.
That took a lot of control. But it's probably... Good serve. Salarzon with a hand at that. He gets the set off the block. Domingo sets up Menor. Dokusin drops it. Kept alive, but goes outside. Good effort on the part of the Blue Eagles. I love the variation that...
But, somehow they are making it work.
Well, the distribution is there. Domingo has been trying to distribute the ball. It's just that Dokusin has been really doing a good job with the
closing
conversion.
it. That's right. Meanwhile, Ateneo, different stories. And I think, for the players also, that's the beauty of being able to review these things after. Ito yung mga wasted opportunity. I mean, they are Adamson, we're talking about Adamson. They have the lead right now, but you know, if you take into consideration,
Ateneo gets another point from the block. Imagine that, 3 players going up against Menor, and you've got 3 towers in front of you.
you know, one of the turning points again for Adamson earlier, the back-to-back blocks that allowed them to score. Just very good confidence as well on their offense with Dukusin at the helm, but also for Ateneo.
You see Charlie Fleming, the Sparkle GMA artist, enjoying the action here in the Mall of Asia Arena. So for you guys, if you haven't had or if you haven't gone your way here yet, there's still time. We have another game coming up after this. Tahiludin once more, denied once again.
You know, post that timeout, 3 consecutive points earned by Ateneo.
I like the fact, you know, that Ateneo still. Good recovery. One more time. What a hit. First line hit. Well, then Adamson is actually, I think, has won most of the long rallies here.
Not yet.
Another powerful hit, and you know, he just towers over everybody. He has a very, very good view, just for you to have that great vantage point because of the height of the attackers. Did that sail out? It did go outside. That's
First point for Estado.
Good pass. Tip kept alive by Adamson. Tahiludin once again off the hands of the blocker. They have been utilizing the hands of the blocker, and I think that was a service ace, and that ties up the set.
They need that. Very risky, but they do need that. Finally, they have the score tied with Adamson.
That was picked up that time. Menor. Good pick up from Ateneo. Pasino gets the set. The 3-man block cannot stop him.
An attack on point.
Let's take a look at the block. 3-man block, but you cannot leave that. Another good serve. Perfect pass. Menor off the block.
Promised them exciting games.
And we're getting it.
We're getting it right now. An intense first set.
They go to Salarzon. He gets the point. We are tied once again.
I think, you know, later on we'll break it down, but it's in those crucial moments when they score the points, just like this one for Adamson. Performed very well here in the first set, and as I say that,
Pasino serving for Ateneo. Service good. Combination play, a drop, good coverage. Salarzon denied, but that goes out. Good serve. They go to Menor. Good pickup by Ateneo, team captain. And he gets the score for Ateneo. Ateneo gets set number 1. 28